Gun sales the past 4 months have been through the roof. And if you're going to enter a business, that's the way you should do it. What? Is that a COVID joke or is that a robbery joke? Whichever way you find it funny. I spent 2 hours trying to find out where the tape roll started. Never give up. That's how the Montreal Canadiens beat the Pittsburgh Penguins in overtime. Yep, so it's August 2nd, 2020. The current year, 2020. August, it's already August. Man, this year has been real boring. 2020 has been a real slow news year. So that's the new format I started last episode of the Take the Pizza podcast. What I do is I do 20 to 40 minutes in pieces. I do it in pieces now, and then I take the best pieces and put it together. It's like a pizza. You have a whole pizza. You got 8 slices. You're going to figure out which one you're going to grab. If it's a whole pie, there's 8 there, and you go, all right, I'm going to start. I don't know. Most people take the one closest to them, but then somebody's like, I don't want the one with the bubbles. I don't want the one with the bubbles. So give me the slice without the bubbles. And they grab the one without the bubbles. So that's what I'm doing with the Take the Pizza podcast. I'm putting it all in pieces, and I put it all together. Not too many people like that. Some do. What are you going to do? This is the new normal now. The new normal. 2020. Everything's going to be different. That's the way it is. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Is that what he used to say? I don't even remember. I think that's what I haven't watched wrestling in years. And in other car news, I just saw the new, I didn't see it in person, but the Cadillac CT5V. Going to have 650 horsepower and a manual transmission. Well, if you live in LA and you live in New York City and you're stuck in traffic, you take that manual transmission and you throw it out the window. So hopefully there'll be an automatic option. And now everybody's, finally there's a car with a stick. Take that stick and stick it. I've had one car with a 6-speed manual. Terrible. I had elbow problems from bench pressing 365 pounds. I think the problem was from the shifting. I think that's how it wasn't the 365 pounds I was benching. It was shifting all 9,000 times an hour in traffic. But anyway, the CT5V, and it's actually called the CT5 Blackwing. So somebody's going to say it's offensive, and they're going to have to change the whole thing and just call it a CT5. What happened to the Coupe de Ville and the Snoop DeVille? What is this, a CT? What happened to the Eldorado? These letter number combination names is ridiculous. I mean, the Kia K5 is nice. They took the Optima name and they put K5 on it. That's fine, because it's one letter and one number. But CT5V Blackwing, just call it a Coupe de Ville or whatever. Just these letter number combinations. It's either got to be one letter, one number, or just go with like BMW 323, right? The M5. The Kia got the K5. You don't need a launch code. You don't need a launch code for the name of a car. It's ridiculous. This CT5V Blackwing. Just call it the Blackwing then. But some people will be offended by that because of the color. You should have put the Blue Wing. The Golden Knights were supposed to be the Black Knights, but the NHL wouldn't let them. That was 3-4 years ago. They wouldn't let them call it that. But yeah, so the car looks great. 650 horsepower is awesome. If it only comes in stick, that's ridiculous. But the car's probably going to be $60,000-$70,000. I mean, it looks good, but I'm not paying that. Car prices are, thing only comes with a 3-year warranty. Oh, it's a wonderful $85,000. So that's it for this That's done. This part of the show's done with the Cadillac. And the casinos out here in Nevada. The report came out last month. They made $566,800,000. The problem is there's 567 million casinos out here. So they didn't make any money. They're down 45%. In May, they only made $6 million because, they were only open for about 6 hours. But even restaurants, there's a lot of restaurants going to be closing. But I think California Pizza Kitchen has filed for bankruptcy or something. I don't know if it's Chapter 11 or Chapter 13, but I'm not a fan of the California pizza anyway, so that's not going to affect me. I think there's a California pizza I ate here in Vegas at the Mirage, but the pizza's only like 8 inches. It's only an 8-inch pizza. They charge too much money. It's like $6 a slice, but it's the gourmet pizza. I don't like the gourmet pizza. I don't like European-style pizza. So casinos aren't making any money. The problem is, almost everybody out here works for a casino, or somebody that works for a casino lives in the house with you. But they made $566 million, which sounds like a lot, but it's down 45%. I mean, winnings are definitely down. I mean, I put $3 in the slot machine, and I didn't get anything back. All right, so now we'll do more sports, and we did on the Take the Pizza Twitter account, I put out the poll questions. Every Sunday, I'm going to put out the poll questions on what games, Sunday sports poll questions. So I got the St. Louis Blues and the Colorado Avalanche, and 75% of the voters saying Colorado's going to win. And I'm going to agree with that. I mean, St. Louis is the defending Stanley Cup champions, but Colorado is, they might sneak by them. I mean, these two are actually playing this. They changed the whole system around. So even if they lose the series, the next round is if you lose, you're out. But these two teams, it doesn't matter if you lose. You're still in. So anyway, for today's game, I'm going to go with, Colorado will probably win. Like 60% is what I would say, 60-40. But then you got the Yankees and the Red Sox, and all the voters on the Take the Pizza Twitter poll question here. 75% New York Yankees. The Yankees crushed the Red Sox last night. The Yankees are 6-1 for the season already. The one loss was the pitcher Paxton. That's who's pitching for the Yankees tonight, and he got obliterated in his first outing. But the Yankees should win because they've hit 17 home runs in the last 6-7 games. So I'm going to agree with everybody out there on the poll question so far. So I'm going to go 2 for 2 on that. Yankees and Colorado. And then the other one is the Astros and the Angels. 83.3% are saying the Astros are going to beat the Los Angeles Angels. All right, so that's the way it's going down on the Twitter poll here. And, and we'll do some stock stuff now, so most of you could stop watching or stop listening. But if you had Kodak this week, if you bought it at $2, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, and then it flew up all the way up to, I think it went all the way up to 46. So if you bought around 7, 8, 9, if you bought at 2, you're a genius. If you bought at 7, 8, 9, very smart. And then it went all the way up to 46. It closed Friday, but this all happened Tuesday and Wednesday. Friday it closed down at 21. So even if you held, you still make money. Just sell now, and you'll make a profit. But so Kodak was the number one stock this week, and the Dow Jones opened at 26,400-ish on Monday, and it closed at 26,400-ish. So it didn't really move. But the NASDAQ is on fire. The NASDAQ is at an all-time high ever. 10,745 is what it closed at. On March 23rd, the NASDAQ was at 6,860. So it's gone up about 4,000 since March. So in about 4 months, it's like 1,000 points a month. You know, I jumped in around April, May. So the NASDAQ is up there right now. The S&P is up 1.7% this week. But yeah, that was the thing. Kodak was the stock of the week. We'll see what happens this week.